All right, this is lesson 21 for module 2 of Engage New York, dividing 2 and 3-digit numbers. So make sure that you are watching this if you missed any of the fluency questions on the quiz. All right, so let's start by counting by multiples of 31. So this is similar to what we've done previously, where you have 1 minute to list all of the multiples of 31 that you possibly can. Okay, so check the clock on your computer or check the clock on the wall and see about 1 minute and pause the video while you try and list out as many as you can. All right, and hopefully you checked yourself for 1 minute. These are all of the multiples of 31. So what I did when I counted this out was first I started counting by threes and then adding 1 each time. So if you look here, the pattern is 1, 2, 3, 4 going up by 1 each time. Then this one was going up by threes until I got to 310. Okay, so let's try this again with 16 this time. Pause the video for 1 minute and list out as many multiples of 16 as you can get to. Ready? Go. Okay, and if you are ready, here are the answers for the multiples of 16. The same thing, you're looking for patterns and trying to figure out how you can find as many multiples as possible. And I want you to think, why would this be useful for me to do when I'm thinking about dividing whole numbers? And probably because when I'm dividing by a number, I need to know about how many times it can go in to a different number. So it's good to be able to have this strategy of listing out multiples, especially if your multiplication facts aren't as strong. Okay, so this was the part that was on your quiz. Divide and then check it with multiplication. So first is 61 divided by 17. If you got this one correct, then you can skip forward. Otherwise, pause the video and unpause it when you are ready for the solution. The first thing I'm going to do when I'm solving this problem is to estimate to see about how many times 17 can go into 61. 61 I rounded to 60 and 17 I rounded to 20. That's a math fact. 6 divided by 2, that makes it really easy, and it's about 3 times. So what I did was I took that number about 3 times and I did 17 times 3 to figure out exactly what that equals. And it is lower than 61. So that means that works. So 3 is how many groups of 17 I can make. And I list that below. That is the number that I can, the number of groups 17 times 3 makes is 51. When I subtract that, I'm left with 10 that don't fit into a group. So I have 3, remainder 10. Here's your next one, 48 divided by 21. Unpause the video when you are ready for your solution. Okay, here's what I did first. I had 48 and I rounded that up to 50 because that was the closest. But then I didn't want to round 21 to 20 because 20 doesn't go into 50 evenly. So instead I rounded it up a little bit to 25. So I thought to myself, I can do 50 divided by 25, and I'm thinking about quarters. That goes in 2 times. So when I estimate, I did 21, this second number, times 2 to see how many I got, and I got 42. That's lower than this, so that means that works. So 21 goes in there about 2 times, and that makes 42, and when I subtract, I'm left with 6. So your answer is 2, remainder 6. Okay, here's the next one, 99 divided by 32. Unpause the video when you are ready for the solution. All right, when I rounded this problem, I looked at the 32 first, and I rounded that to 30. And then I wanted to see what would be a math fact that would be easily divisible by 30. So I chose 90. Even though that's rounding down a little bit, it still makes it easiest for me to solve this problem. So 90 divided by 30 equals 3. And then when I did that problem, 32 times 3, I got 96. So when I'm solving this out, I see 96 is less than 99. That's exactly what I need. So my answer is 3, remainder 3. All right, I think this is the last one. 74 divided by 37. So round it first to a math fact and then solve it, and when you're ready for the solution, unpause video. Okay, first I rounded the 37 to 40, and then I rounded the 74 to 80 because 80 is a multiple of 40, and that makes it easy to divide. When I divide them, I get 2, so I did 37 times 2 to see what my answer would be, and I got 74, which is exactly what I needed. So 2 times 37 is 74, so I do not have a remainder.